Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to UPI, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in London on Sunday, promising unwavering support for the war-torn nation. The leaders of the three nations vowed to scale up the production of missile interceptors and co-develop anti-ballistic missile and deep strike capabilities to bolster Ukraine's air defenses. The high-profile meeting took place in the wake of Russia's recent attack on Kyiv with a hypersonic Oreshnik missile, and on the same day, a Russian drone strike damaged a nuclear fuel storage center near the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. In a joint statement, the European leaders outlined 5 key conditions for a just and lasting peace, starting with an immediate and complete ceasefire. They proposed that the current line of contact serve as the starting point for negotiations and emphasized that Ukraine must receive robust security guarantees post-ceasefire. They also welcomed Zelensky's proposal for direct peace talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin, urging the international community to back cooperative efforts for regional security. According to a report by GG Press, the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, released its annual findings on June 8th, estimating the total number of nuclear warheads held by 9 nations: the United States, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, China, India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea, at 12,187 as of January. While the overall global inventory decreased by approximately 50 warheads compared to the previous year, primarily due to the retirement of obsolete weapons by the US and Russia, SIPRI warned that nuclear-armed states are accelerating the modernization of their arsenals. The institute highlighted that countries are increasingly relying on nuclear weapons as a means to project national power. Notably, China expanded its arsenal to 620 warheads, an increase of 20, while North Korea's stockpile rose by 10 to reach 60. France also saw an increase of 80 warheads, reaching 370. SIPRI's director warned that growing defense reliance on nuclear weapons severely elevates global military and proliferation risks. According to United Press International, UPI, South Korea's Constitutional Court has received 2 constitutional complaints following ballot shortages during the June 3 local elections. The petitions, filed by citizens, argue that their basic voting rights were violated because the National Election Commission, NEC, failed to secure a sufficient number of ballots, preventing some voters from casting their votes. The Constitutional Court is currently reviewing whether the complaints meet the necessary legal requirements to be forwarded to a full bench of 9 justices. Legal experts note that since the election has already concluded, there is no way for the affected citizens to cast their votes. Consequently, the dispute could trigger state compensation claims or lead to lawsuits seeking to invalidate the election results entirely. Activists and protesters have already gathered near a vote-counting center in Seoul, demanding a new election. This incident has also led to the resignation of the NEC chairman and prompted calls for parliamentary inquiries and a joint investigation, as ordered by South Korean President Lee Jae-myung. According to Yonhap News Agency, Chinese leader Xi Jinping called for a multipolar world and inclusive economic globalization in an op-ed published Monday in North Korea's official Rodong Sinmu newspaper. Ahead of his 2-day state visit to Pyongyang, Xi emphasized that ties between China and North Korea should continue to develop despite turbulent and complex global conditions. Recalling his 6 previous meetings with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Xi highlighted that the bilateral relationship remains unwavering regardless of changing international circumstances. He also called for closer strategic communication, joint efforts to safeguard the UN-centered international system, and cooperation to maintain regional peace and stability. This trip marks Xi's first visit to North Korea in nearly 7 years. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.